Hey everyone, so today I'm going to talk about removing the front bumper on the Tesla Model 3. Now there is a bit of a story as to why I'm doing that. Yesterday someone reversed into my bumper when the car was parked on the street. I didn't even know about it. I saw the alarm go off on my phone about 10 minutes later. The guy was kind enough to leave a note on my windshield. But I've been looking at it all morning. I can't see any damage at all. If you want to check out the Sentry Mode footage, it's at the end of the video. But I believe it probably hit the number plate here because that does stick out from the bumper a bit more than the rest of the car. So this probably took most of the hit and there's not even a single scratch on the bumper. Now I did notice that down here at the air grill that it's not quite flush. You see this part, if this focuses, is a bit lower. And then here on the sides, it's almost completely flush. I'm not sure if that's from maybe impact and it's pushing it out a little bit. I hope this focuses. But what I want to do is I'm just going to take off the bumper and take a closer look. So let's jump into that. All right, so I am now on the passenger side of the Model 3. Now this is a right-hand drive model. A lot of the online tutorials about how to remove the bumper talk about removing all this stuff under the hood first, and then they talk about removing or slightly peeling back this inner liner so that you can reveal there's 3 bolts that go upwards here, and there's 1 bolt which goes down. Now for me, I think this is the hardest part, so I'm going to start with this part. If I can't do this, then there's no point in removing all the kind of easier to locate bolts. So let's put you guys on a tripod and see what that looks like. All right, so I have turned the wheel so that I have some space to access these 3 clips here on the wheel arch. So this is the front bumper is here, the car is facing forwards. So there's three kind of clips here. I believe we can just pop them out. So there's a little insert. Start with the bottom one. Quite tight actually. All right, so I popped the whole thing off. It looks okay. Okay, so 1 came out. It's not meant to come out the whole way, but you're meant to pull out the middle and then pull out the bottom part, but it looks like I popped the whole thing off. Surprisingly, it's still intact. So let's try the next one. Okay, there it is. This one's out as well. And then the top one here. Okay, so it's meant to pop out like this, and then you're meant to get your screwdriver under that one, and then pull the whole thing out like that. That's how it's meant to come out. Okay, so that's this piece here. I believe you can just pull it back. And after you pull it back, there are 3 bolts up here and 1 bolt down there. So I'll see if I can get the camera in there for a closer look. Okay, so I couldn't get a good angle on the main camera, but I used my phone. So on the bottom of the arch, on the bottom of the front bumper, if you peel this back, you'll see that there is a bolt at the bottom here. It's quite easy to get to. For me, it was actually already quite loose. I almost was able to untighten it with my fingers. And then, again, starting from the front bumper, peeling this back, at the top, there is a black bracket. On that black bracket, there are 3 bolts. So those 3 right there that you see now, those 3 bolts, you have to remove those as well. If you can get to all 4 of them, so 3 bolts at the top, 1 at the bottom, if you can get to those, then you should be good to continue, and then we should be able to remove this. So let's do that. Okay, so the bottom bolt here, I've already loosened it. It's almost out. So there it is. This is the first bottom bolt. And then for the top ones, I'll see what I can do. So these are all 10 mil. So I just have a 10 mil socket wrench. I think that's what it's called. Okay, that took a lot longer than expected, but this is the bracket that's inside on the bumper there. The screws go into these 3 holes. So if you are looking up under the bumper, you'll see this, and then you know that it's these 3 screws that you need to remove. After the screws come off, this piece actually does come off. So if you tap it a little bit, it should just come loose. It has these kind of legs on the top, which go into the top. So yeah, I managed to remove all the screws I need. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, and then we should be able to remove the easier screws and take the whole bumper off. So let's try that. All right, so I have done the same to the driver's side wheel arch. It was a lot easier the second time because I knew what I was doing. But this time the bracket, that black bracket is still inside. It's kind of, I think it's stuck. It's not popping out, but I'll keep an eye on that when I remove the bumper. So next we gotta pop the frunk, which I will do now. So we have to basically remove this tub, this whole tub here. Now I've done this before when I installed NFC stickers on these corners over here. I'm not gonna show it on camera, so it's fairly simple. I'll link a video, you know, somewhere here, and then you can watch how to remove this front tub. It's a lot simpler than removing the bumper, obviously. But yeah, check that out. So we have to go under the car. There are some clips on the bottom of the bumper here. So these clips here, they're pretty simple. These are just like kind of push clips. So same as the side fender, you pull out the middle and then you pop the whole thing out. There are 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's 10 clips. So we're gonna remove those clips and then we should be able to free the bottom part of the bumper. Okay, next we just have to remove these 6 bolts, and I think we should be home free. So let's give that a go. Oh, wow, it's quite loose already. Okay, so now it's already quite loose. I've laid a mat on the floor here. So I believe if you look here, it's already coming off. So I think if you just pull. Okay. Okay. That's the clips undone now. Now, if you want to fully remove the bumper, there is a wiring harness here that you can take off if you need. But I think for my purposes, I'm just going to look at the inside. So I'll see if I can get you guys a good look of the inside. I'll try and get some lights going here. Let's see, I got a lamp here. Okay. So yeah, that's what the inside of the bumper on the Model 3 looks like. There's, you know, some steel bars, I think, on the front. There's like a foam section here as well. And on the bottom, there's this kind of steel blade. Is it a blade? What's it look like? Wow, it's like a pretty sharp triangular thing down here. So I guess my concern is I don't think it hit anything structural. I'm just gonna take a look on the inside to see why that plastic area was not straight. Maybe I can fix it. So yeah, I'll take a look and I'll let you guys know. All right, so I inspected the bumper. It looks completely fine. Probably didn't need to have to do this, but you know, that's what happens when you have OCD. Yeah, looks fine. I adjusted this grill a little bit here. I think that's just how it came in the factory, you know, test the quality. So yeah, I'm gonna put this back together. All right, the bumper is all back together. Hope this was useful and enjoy the Sentry Mode event. It's not very exciting, but yeah, thanks for watching.